So after Phil decided to do his freakout, he actually went on to go on why he was saying a bunch of things though. Like an abuser trying to justify his own actions, he went on to say that he was stressed out and that, oh, he just couldn't bear to deal with it anymore. But yet, it doesn't really excuse him freaking out over one viewer saying that what he said was cringe. But after that, there wasn't really much to discuss about it, so honestly, I'd rather just go play a demo. I heard that Mad Mullet Jack came out with one, and for what I've seen of it, it looks pretty good, so I might as well just go play that. Hello? Uh-huh. I see. So he went on begging, saying that the reason why he needs that money is because of trolls again? Uh-huh. He also said something about how YouTube is breaking the law again? Uh-huh. I see. No rest for the wicked, I guess.
Now, I'm just going to say this up front as well. As you guys know, this month, because of malicious actions of trolls, I have been affected very negatively financially.
Well, Phil, I hate to break it to you, but the reason why you're financially destitute right now is because you gave people the ammunition. I'm sorry I'm sounding like a broken record here, but you did so. You told people how to fuck you. You gave them the keys to the how to fuck with Phil factory. And ever since then, you got fucked with. But again, you don't like taking a bad situation to try to turn into a benefit. Instead, it's always, they're hurting me. They're hurting me, guys. Oh my god, I'm hurting. I'm hurting so bad. And then you just keel over on the floor in the fetal position, cradling yourself back and forth because the trolls hurt.
It sucks. It's not the end of the world, but it's setting me back dramatically. And it just so happens, of course, February has to be the month when a bunch of bills that are like bi-monthly or tri-monthly bills, they're all due in February too.
I just think that it's really fucking dumb how he's going to tell you that he's not telling you it's the end of the world, but every single time he would bring it up, it's always the end of the world with Phil. If his bank account is runneth dry, then yes, it's going to be the end of the world. But now you could just tell he's thinking of random fucking excuses on the top of his head because he has to roll his eyes back to think of, I have bi and tri-monthly bills due. And it's like, Phil, no, you fucking don't. The only reason why you want all that money so fucking badly is because Scopely is calling. It's scratching at your cerebellum, and it wants you to give more money.
Isn't that nice? How I figured it out this morning. Like, I'm doing all my finance stuff this morning.
Yeah, he was looking through his finances stuff on Scopely.
And I'm like, okay, so what's due in February? And I do it. I was like, oh, of course this bill that's only due every third month is due. Of course this bill that's bi-monthly is due in February.
Okay, Phil, if you have all these bills that are due, just tell us what the bill is. You don't have to say what the company's name is. You can just say like, oh, hey, my internet bill, my electric bill, my gas bill, my water bill, you know, anything that's considered a bill, or even hell, subscriptions. But then again, those aren't really bills, Phil. Those are subscriptions, like to PlayStation Plus, Nintendo, or fucking Game Pass, or just even hell, the yearly one like Amazon. But again, he wants to tell you all these things that I have all this due, but yet he'll provide no evidence or not even drop names of what they are. So you can just tell he's just scratching for money like a crack addict from a bad habit.
When I know I'm going to have less money because of these fucking trolls, right?
But then again, Phil, come February, you'll even have less money due to the fact that short month.
Of course, that's how life has to be. It just has to coincide in a line like that just to screw me over.
Well, Phil, you're putting yourself in that limelight, and you're trying to correlate everything in your life that's quote-unquote negative, and you're trying to put it into one big package. The fuck you all fat package, where he's just going to sit there and be like, oh yeah, my life sucks, I gotta pay my bills, the trolls did it, they ruined me, they fucked me, and now I can't afford bills because all the trolls and the memberships and the boo-hoo-hoo. Cry me a river, why don't ya?
Right? This is the next 3 days, are the last 3 days of the month. If I have really good days, meaning if you guys support these streams really strongly in the next 3 days, that would help tremendously.
Well, Phil, if you keep constantly telling them over and over and begging that they give you money over and over, most people would not do that. Instead, they'll look at you and think that you're really desperate for money. I mean, for God's sakes, Phil, don't you have stuff in your closet that you could sell, take it to a fucking shop that can actually accept it and give you money for it? Oh, no, of course not. You'll just come up with an excuse saying that they can't accept it, guys. There are no shops around me, even though there are shops around you.
And it can be however you want. Whether you want to become a member, give memberships to the community.
I thought you weren't accepting memberships because of the trolls.
Community that are legit. super
Oh, there we go. As long as they're legit. And now he's going to say super chats.
chat, super sticker tip, anything, super thanks on the videos. Yes, that helps too.
Even though he only gets it in February. Just putting that out there.
How many of you regularly watch this podcast every day?
Well, unfortunately, I don't watch your podcast, but the only reason why I watch your podcast, even though this is not a fucking podcast, is through clips.
A super thanks on this podcast would help a lot right now, okay?
Oh, sure it would. It would help your Scopely WWE Champions roster, and not even your bills. It wouldn't even help out for your PC that you are complaining about. Or better yet, Jasper's blood work.
So, that's the next 3 days. The way I see it is, the next time we have ample opportunity to help out would be this event on Saturday the 10th.
This is the one thing I never seem to understand about Phil. Phil does not like football or just sports of any fucking kind, but yet he has a Super Bowl event. And at this Super Bowl event, there's no football or sports games of any fucking kind. Instead, it's just random games that he pulls out of his ass thinking, okay, people are going to vote for these, we're going to play it, and it's going to be some kind of tier list or some kind of feasting with Phil video, which is going to be fucking disgusting. And he's taking shots of whatever liquor that he has around the house, or when he went out on his day off to go buy liquor, and then cry broke the very next day.
Because if I got a good rallying of support on Saturday the 10th, particularly with tips, that would help me that month with the fact that I know when I get paid by YouTube, things are going to be incredibly slow.
Yeah, no, people would love to believe you, but the problem is that you're shaking your leg up and down, you're swaying all around, looking at corner demons, and also making really weird animated jerking movements with your hands. Like, we don't believe you, Phil. But you can keep trying to delude yourself that people are believing you, and that they'll give you money out of the kindness of their hearts, and that you could scam them the very next day.
Okay? The fact that I'm already going to be behind on everything. Because of these idiots who basically screwed me over. All right?
No, Phil. Again, broken record here. You screwed yourself over. You're the ones that gave them the keys to the fuck Phil factory. And, they just kind of went rampant with it, I guess.
So, this is a cool event for chill, to drink a little.
Oh, to chill. I'm sorry. It's not going to be very chill and positive, robust, interactive content. But the drinking part, oh yeah, you definitely want to drink. $100 a shot, please.
Eat a little,
Eat a little by ordering from DoorDash, but then crying he has no fucking food or money.
bunch of silly games, have a good time together.
No one's going to have a good time at this event. I'd rather go to a tailgate party at a Bills rally.
And yes, to have some support rallied. No, I'm not going to have it be some crazy fundraiser event. That's not.
Even though you do that every single time, you're hoping that people would pull out the wallets and just give you money throughout this entire event. You said that before. The Halloween event, when you were sick, you were actually hoping that people would save up their money to give you that said money. You've done that, Phil. You're actually hoping that people give you money. It's like, he's trying to hide his greed, but he's not very good at it.
Not the intention. We were already doing this event before the events of this month happening, okay?
Phil, we know you already done the Super Bowl events, and every single time you were hoping that people would give you money.
And we already had this planned out, and we're talking about it. So no, that's not why we're doing this, and I don't want it to be like that either.
God damn it, Phil. I'm not going to do the goose again. Goose, you go back now. But no, the whole thing with this is that you're saying that we talked about this. Who did you talk it with? Your shareholders, known as your dents, aka your audience? Or are you talking with this with your wife? Because it shows really fucking here that you don't want to do any of the fucking planning. You want other people to do it for you. It just really shows you have no worth and you have no effort to put or contribute to your own fucking channel, and you want someone else to do the work for you. Isn't it great to know that you're giving money to a guy that wants to use you for work and then yell at you if you're trying to say something about him that's true?
Because that's what some people are suggesting. Why don't you just do a big fundraiser marathon? I don't want to go back to doing that.
Phil, you do that every single time. Granted, it's not a big event, but you do it every single time. You point at your tips goals and be like, yeah, come on, guys, give me money. I need to get that $50.
I did that years ago, you know, and that was a different time. I was in a much worse place financially, quite frankly.
Well, then again, though, Phil, you put yourself in that worse situation, and yet every single time you're still begging for money, saying that you got to pay it off, pay it all off. And yet all of a sudden when someone asks, ban.
And I don't want to go back there. I don't want to have to be doing emergency streams, emergency fundraisers. I don't think that's beneficial to anyone, you know?
I don't want to do emergency streams, but yet for some reason you could do emergency videos, aka YouTube fucking with you, Comcast fucking with you, why you don't want to work with Keemstar, you know, those special update videos that are emergencies. Granted, you're not getting money off of them, but you'll still pull out emergencies out of your ass.
If it's going to be an emergency, it should be for a real emergency. Like, if I have a medical emergency and all of a sudden I need money to pay for something medical, that's different.
No, that is not different, though, because you would scam your audience saying that anything that you have, your bad back, your eczema, your postnasal drip, you will use anything as a fucking reason for people to give you money because you love to scam people. Once a scammer, always a scammer.
That's like, please, you know, I mean, hell, I'd probably do a GoFundMe or something for that, right?
Even if you did a GoFundMe, it would get shut down.
But this is like just a regular event we're doing. It would be a great time to help out right now with everything going on. All right?
Yeah, it would be so fucking great. So that way you can get the money. So that way you don't get fucked over in January, even though you already got December's paycheck. So you wouldn't be fucking ruined from that, Phil. Now just shut up and drink so you can swish away your lies.
All right, so that's coming up. Let's keep talking about it. It seems like...
No, please, let's not talk about this anymore because it's boring as fuck and you're not a sports guy, so shut up.
Some people seem to be of the impression that doing a one-off Madden game to simulate the Super Bowl would be interesting. Fair enough.
Yeah, because it's the Super Bowl, an Americano football, a football event. What the fuck, Phil? Why are you saying that that's not a good idea? But now you're like, fair enough. You got me, but I'm going to tell you why that's stupid.
I guess we could do 49ers versus Chiefs, right? And maybe I'll play some of it and see, you know, see what you want. If you really want that, but it's going to be last year's Madden. I'm not going to buy Madden just to do that.
For God's sakes, Phil, you're caring so much, in quotes, about Madden, even though you hadn't played Madden game in years. And the only reason why you know about the 49ers versus the Chiefs, it's fucking because someone told you in the chat and you flat out said you didn't care about it.
But outside of that, you know, I'd be happy to do any of the current games I'm playing or just do silly multiplayer stuff too. Like, I think any of that would be great. All right? So,
but it's not related to the Super Bowl, though. It really isn't. So you're just taking something that everyone else already celebrates and watches. And yes, they do celebrate it. And you're just taking that and going, I'm just rather play multiplayer games. You know, nothing to do with football at all. No, I already got the drinking and the food down. But not the football.
Let's keep talking about it. I'd like to get a consensus from you guys. I got to get the feeling from you guys, you know.
While he does that, he's huffing in his own farts. Like, yeah, what I'm saying is true. Come on, guys. You got to huff it on in with me.
What you want. All right.
Well, what most people want, it's just because, oh, I don't know. If you just stop doing these stupid events, maybe, just maybe, people would actually care more. But they don't. And someone in his own chat was saying, no, dude, this year's Madden. Even though they have a point, Phil's going to deny it.
And what's going to work and what's going to be a fun event for that day. Okay?
Again, anything else is more of a fun time than watching your Super Bowl event. I'd rather just go watch the Super Bowl.
I should buy some Kansas City barbecue or San Francisco food. No, my wife's going to make food.
Oh, sure. Your wife's going to make food. Straight ordering from DoorDash.
Kat's going to make basically like Super Bowl or football food that day. We're going to look up some recipes online, and she's going to make homemade versions of that stuff.
Wait. Super Bowl foods. So you're talking about the grill. Shit like burgers, hot dogs, even fucking chicken wings. Or pigs in a blanket. Most of the time when you're thinking of Super Bowl foods, you're thinking mostly like party appetizers. But really? You're gonna look up recipes for Super Bowl food?
I would assume she's probably make some kind of a dip or nachos or, you know, probably something like that, like a crazy dip.
Again, you're probably just gonna order that from DoorDash and say, yep, we made this.
She's probably gonna make something to bake in the maybe like homemade quesadillas or something like that would be pretty cool.
Baking quesadillas in the oven. Do you even know how to make a quesadilla?
Right, with various things to put them like with salsa and sour cream and stuff like that.
Yeah, she's gonna make the homemade sour cream and salsa. No, fuck you, bitch. You're just gonna order them or fucking buy them at the store and call them homemade.
That'd be pretty good. We'll see, because it depends on what she wants to do, and she'll probably make various things over the day too. Probably have various things to try over the course of the day, not just all at once, right?
she's gonna make them, or did you poke at her enough to say, hey, bitch, make me some fucking food for the Super Bowl? And she had to agree with it because you were poking her a little bit too hard.
So that'll be pretty cool. I think it's going to be a fun thing. And like I said, I'm going to have some booze, but I don't know what. Maybe I'll get some hard liquor. Maybe.
Well, then again, that's every fucking event with you. You want to get the hard liquor, and you're going to charge people to watch you drink.
Some beer. I haven't had beer in ages. Man, I should have some Guinness. I haven't had Guinness in a zillion years.
Uh-huh. Even though your most primary drink of choice will be gin anyway, with a little bit of Sprite.
And I used to love Guinness. I haven't had it in so long. I wonder if Guinness even tastes the same.
If you don't drink a certain alcohol in a long period of time, it will taste different. But knowing Phil, he's just gonna go glub, glub, glub. This is really good, and have no reaction to it whatsoever.
Holy shit. All right. Anyway, we'll talk about this again. We have about 2 weeks to figure it out. Just under 2 weeks, actually, because it's not this Saturday. It's the Saturday after, right? So
Wait. I thought it was going to be on Sunday because Super Bowl is always on a Sunday. Phil, why is it that you're now doing this on a Saturday and not a Sunday? That really kind of defeats the purpose there, Phil. I mean, just saying. Are you that daft, boy? Are you really that daft?
let's talk about that and figure that out, shall we?
No, I don't want you to talk about this anymore because it's boring. It's not going to be anything super like football related unless you actually play Madden.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's begin, shall we? Yesterday, Sunday, was React Day, and it was very uncertain, the future of how the React content was going to go. Reason being, all the nonsense with these gifted memberships that basically are not legitimate because of people abusing VPNs.
Yep, right back to talking about the people fucking with them after he gave him the keys, talking about the gifted memberships, and he was so afraid about DSP Reacts, even though this channel has been dead for a long fucking time.
And I did this week have to change the entire nature of how that show worked, the DSP versus the internet show, that is, to make it continue to work, or else we were going to have 500 people, out of which like literally 450 never paid, trying to nominate videos for the show.
I mean, Phil, that's like the best course of action to do with that. It would have been a good idea for you to actually get a lot of clips, and that way, hey, you got a month, 2, maybe 3 months of content right there for you to react. But the problem is that you looked the gift horse straight in the fucking mouth, and you were like, nope, these are all fake, so you decided to get rid of all of those, not even bother making sure that these were actually real people that are fans of yours so they can nominate clips. No. You decided to take drastic measures by making another tier for $2 more.
Obviously, that wasn't going to work. So,
again, you want to say that it didn't work, or that you just didn't want to put in the effort and go through all the videos? Because pre-screening all of those is such hard work.
I created that new tier on that channel, DSP Reacts, called the Submissions tier.
Which just shows how really greedy you are and you only care about the money.
And enough people upgraded, and we had a great show yesterday.
He actually said that he had 10 people, and now he's saying a lot more joined into the submissions tier for $5.99. So people actually were suckers and felt so gaslighted and guilty that they had to pay the extra $2. Otherwise, Phil wouldn't love him anymore.
I think the React show went really, really well. Good variety of stuff. Some comedy, some skits, some animations.
Some skipping.
Some documentary style stuff.
So you have more skipping.
Some funny like vlogging stuff.
Some really stupid answers to questions that you had no idea what the fuck the question was even about.
Brutal Moose went to my local arcade and mall, which I didn't even know that he's out here.
I thought you weren't going to mention popular content creators, and now you say, oh, Brutal Moose went to an arcade that's around here. It's like, Phil, who gives a shit?
Just a lot of funny stuff like that. Now, I will say this. I was a little annoyed after the show ended. And the reason I was annoyed after the show ended is because someone had nominated an actual really good video to nominate, in my opinion. Apple, just like a week ago, put out a promotional video for their new Apple Vision Pro, which is a AR device you put on your eyes, and it allows you to interact with all Apple devices and other things in an AR setting. And it showed, you could blow up your pictures, you could watch movies like you're in an IMAX theater, you could do this or that. So I commented on it, and I actually thought that it was good. Like, I was like, oh, this is a good video to react to. I don't follow tech that well, so to actually follow this video made sense. Now, by the way,
he likes to say that this video is a really good video, but he doesn't go into detail of what makes the video good. All he just thinks of is, it's a good video, guys. It's really good. Good video. It's like, Phil, you could actually go into greater detail than just, it's a good video. Just talk about what technologies were used into it and how it was cool to actually have pictures blown up in the reality. AR, aka Deus Ex come to life, Cyberpunk coming to life. But no, he just wants to say, good video, just good video.
It is completely and utterly 100% legal to do so.
Okay, now he's talking about legalities. This is not going to go well.
It has been proven in a court of law, a judge ruled in the United States, that you can react to content like that as long as you're adding commentary, criticism, etc. You can't just reproduce the raw video, but as long as you're adding to it, you absolutely can do it.
Oh, great. Now he's bringing up the fair use law, something that he always loved to bring up every single time when people made This Is How You Don't plays or made videos about Phil, because there's no transformative work. There's no commentary, no insight. And yet he would use that excuse over and over and over for This Is How You Don't plays or any other detractor made content out there. But now he's using it to his own defense, saying, I could do this whenever I want. I could do this because I reacted to it. It's like, Phil, Taha's deadpan stares at the screen, looking at your chat, and making some half-assed attempt at commentary. It's not really much of transformative work.
That's exactly what I did.
No, you did not.
YouTube blocked my video. Oh, you can't have that Apple video in your content. Yes, I can.
Again, do we have any receipts of this, Phil? Did you take a little screenshot of the video and say, hey, it's blocked everywhere? No, fucking course not. Instead, you're just gonna sit there going, YouTube blocked me. This is bad. I can't make money on this now.
Yes, legally, I actually can.
Really, though, Phil? Do you have any, like, room to stand on when it comes to legality?
Just because you are idiots and you just listen to what every corporation tells you because you're a bunch of fucking pushover bitches doesn't mean that it's not legal for me to react to the Apple video.
Phil, do you not realize that YouTube is from a corporation, aka Google, since Google bought out YouTube? So what you're saying is just complete fucking other bullshit. You're saying that, oh, you have to be pushovers because a corporation told you not to do that. Hey, Phil, if a corporation told you to shut down, you would fucking immediately take the fucking hit. But no, knowing you, your pride and your ego will get hurt and you're like, nope, I'm right, you're wrong, fuck you corporations.
Now here's the problem. You get two options on YouTube. Option number one, well, actually you get three options on YouTube. Option number one, have your video completely blocked and no one can ever see it.
I mean, Phil, that's not really much of an option. That's an outcome of copyright claims and copyright strikes.
Well, obviously that's not what I want, right?
No, you want to be able to make money off of someone else's video.
I made the video.
No, you reacted to someone else's video. Apple's promo video for the Vision Pro.
I have the video visible, or else what was the point of doing the show?
Then again, money is the only reason why you're doing it, Phil. You always like to say that the reason why you do it is because you have a passion for it, and that in the past, you kept saying over and over that people made React content, try to make a quick buck off of it. And finally, you looked at it going, huh, I can make a quick buck off of this, so I'm going to make DSP Reacts because people told me to. Not because you want to make a quick buck, it was because your dents told you, which again, it's money, mostly.
Option number two, cut the problematic video out of your video and see if that fixes it. So just cut out the entire Apple portion and act like you never made it and just have the rest of the video be live. That's not really a solution. That's bullshit.
No, Phil, that is a solution, though. If you want the video to go up, you have to make sacrifices, which usually means taking that part of the video that you reacted to out and put a little, like, note saying, like, this is where the Apple Vision Pro would be, where I reacted to it, but it was taken down due to whatever reason it was. You'll just think of a reason because you love to lie constantly. And that's an easy thing to do. But the problem is that you're going to look at it going, nope, that ain't going to work. I'd rather have people watch it than have it taken out. It's like, Phil, you can always do an abridged version of it. But then again, that requires effort and editing.
Because then Apple gets their way. And they don't deserve it. They don't have the right to bend the law because they feel like they don't want people looking at their own video content. That's bullshit. I did it legally, right?
Okay, Phil, so if you're going to go by this, that Apple doesn't deserve it, then toss away your Apple iPhone that you have. because you do have an iPhone 7 and you're using an Apple product. Just take it, toss it in the trash like you did with the Wii U, saying that you don't own me, Apple. You could do that, but no, you need your phone for WWE champions.
Option number 3, dispute it. Problem with option number 3 is that basically the company who put this into Content ID, i.e. Apple, would have upwards of 2+ weeks to respond. If they don't respond, I have to wait over 2 weeks for that to go through. And then what happens is it gets released. And once it's released, then my video would go live.
Again, that sounds like a very viable option there, Phil, because what if the claim was actually illegitimate and you decide to make a dispute, you get your way, the video gets unclaimed, and the video is up and running for people to see? How is that a bad thing?
So I want you to think about that. I just did the show now. It's a weekly show, right? Like, that show is going to be going on every week. If I wait 2 weeks for that video to go live, now who's going to want to see that video 2 weeks late?
Hey, your on-demand viewers, you know, the people that want to watch DSP reacts, yeah, they would want to watch that, Phil. But again, you're not taking your audience into consideration here, because most of the time your audience would actually understand it. The problem is that they have the same mindset as you, which is, oh, that's not good. No, we don't want to see it now. It's late. Can't watch it. But at the end of the film, it's money. You want to be able to monetize it and put ads on it because you're so based around greed.
Right? Like, seriously, who's going to want to do that?
Actual people that actually give a fuck about their fucking product and they actually give a fuck about their videos. There are people that are out there that will put up a video and they put it as unlisted to see what the ads would do or what part YouTube would do. Give it either limited ads or full monetization or just no monetization at all. They do tests on this, Phil, to see if it works. Problem is that you don't want to do tests on it unless it was like DSP throwbacks that one time you actually tested it, and yet you're saying that no one wants to do that. But yet you're the guy who says he has a passion for making content anyway. But this right here just shows you have no passion. You have no drive or ambition for making content at all. You just want upload. Okay, where's my paycheck, YouTube?
To give you guys some perspective here, when I first started putting up videos on DSP throwback, all right, I got a few that had copyright claims on them, okay?
Now he's bringing up DSP throwback, even though I already brought this up.
I've disputed those claims. And in fact, I'm checking on this one right now. Yeah, look at this. So one of the claims, I disputed it on January 8th. Okay, I said no.
I said no, it snorted loudly in the email.
This is not an original video, say, of Final Fantasy 13 that I ripped off of Square Enix's channel. I'm doing a Let's Play. This is my commentary. This is my criticism. This is my transformative work. It's my content.
Now he's going back to the whole thing about how his Let's Play was a transformative work. You know, that one little argument that he tries saying that he bought the license for, saying that when he buys a video game to do a Let's Play on, even though he never called them Let's Plays, he called them playthroughs, that he could do whatever the fuck he wanted with it. Yeah, he's bringing up that and like whole argument back again. Problem is, though, Phil, you want to talk about having videos taken straight from somebody? Someone did that with your Red Dead video, and yet all of a sudden you don't even want to address that at all. Really makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Therefore, I want to dispute this claim and get it so I can have ads on it, right?
Yeah, I want to have this dispute go through so I can make money. Now give me money.
I disputed it on January 8th. How many weeks ago was that? Over 2 weeks ago. So you do the math. January 8th, 15, it would have been over, it's 3 weeks now. Guess what? Still in dispute, not freed up.
Because maybe the claim that you're trying to bring out that, oh, hey, this is actually my video, that I own this. It doesn't fly with them, though, because of shit used in the game. Again, you're trying to look at this saying, I want to make money from this. And they're like, hey, copyright song, you can't make money from it. Dispute is going to stay there until we actually give a say-so to say, hey, fuck you, you make no money.
Hence the problem with YouTube. They don't even follow their own rules. They claim that when you dispute a copyright, that the person has 2 weeks to respond. It's been 3 weeks and it's still not cleared up.
Hey, Phil, did you forget that business days also exist? They're not going to work on a fucking Saturday or Sunday to make sure that your claim goes through. I mean, for God's sakes, Phil, You love to bring up the fact that, hey, they need to do it right then and there. Oh, hey, Phil, it's a Saturday. No, they need to do it right now. You gotta wait till Monday. No, right now. You're like an impatient little child not getting his fucking way.
So basically, I had to bite the bullet, and I said, well, do I want to now have this video for my react show frozen in limbo endlessly, or do I want people to see the other parts of it? So I said, all right, I guess I'm just going to edit it. So I did. So now, sadly, no one can see me reacting to the Apple Vision Pro video.
Yeah, I wonder how Phil is going to edit it. He's just going to cut it right in the middle while he's talking, kind of like The Sopranos.
It's bullshit. You know, it's not fair. And it should be legal. It's legal to do it, but these companies don't care. They really don't give a shit, and they know exactly how YouTube works, and they take advantage of that system, right? Who wants to have a video stuck in limbo for a month or longer?
Most people would actually not have that video stuck in limbo for longer. Instead, they'll delete the video and try re-uploading it again, trying to find out what was wrong with it and what they got claimed for. You know, trying to fix it, trying to change it. But the problem is, though, Phil, is that you're looking at going, well, I guess I gotta do some work now. Edit. Okay, I'm done. Put it back up there. Oh, now it's good. But now the video is going to look like dog shit. Even though a lot of people that actually do more work than you do, more of a passion with their editing, they actually can make it flow smoothly, which is something that you can't do.
Exactly. Bill Williams says, I liked it. It was a great reaction.
The only reason why that person said that, Phil, is to make you feel better. But the problem is that he didn't give you money.
Oh, well. I guess that's how YouTube wants to work from now on. They just want to be a bitch. Bend over to the companies and not actually enforce real law. Again, I've already said this time and time again. YouTube is abusing copyright. Every single time that they hit with a false claim like that, they are abusing copyright.
Oh my god, Phil. Why are you bringing up laws? Do you even know how copyright law actually fucking works? Because you seem to think that you have a business degree. That means that you know law. When really, you don't know how the copyright law works, and yet you're going to sit there pretending that you do. Quit deluding yourself to believe you know how everything works, and just take the L.
And until someone takes them to task for it, they'll continue to do it. That's actually a gross misenforcement of copyright law, which is a crime. But YouTube doesn't care because they don't think anyone will go after them for it. So, it is.
Phil, there are a lot of people that actually went after YouTube for a lot of shit that they've done, especially with fair use. And most of the time, they lost it. But, Phil, if you're so unsatisfied with how YouTube is running or how you're doing on YouTube, just move somewhere else. Go to Twitch, go to Rumble, go to Kick, go to any other sites out there that have streaming services. But the problem is that you don't want to, because YouTube is where your legacy started, and that's where it's gonna fucking end. But you just don't like to change at all. But yet you say you're constantly changing.
Anyway. So the react show went well yesterday. I actually really enjoyed it, and people were very supportive of it as well, which was very nice.
I love this whole thing, how he's like, YouTube's a fucking bitch. They need to shut the fuck up and give me my money. But the react show went great, you guys. It went tremendous. Flip of a hat, bipolar. I know he doesn't have it, but it's like a manic episode where he goes from like happy, angry, victimhood mentality to, oh hey, I'm happy again. It's like weird to see. So after Phil was done bitching and complaining about how YouTube is fucking him over and how the trolls are fucking him over, he decided to play Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And you think that the guy really likes RPGs and likes the Yakuza Like a Dragon series, but there is only one thing that I could say that completely soured his mood for it. Mismatch.
This is such a nice part. Hawaii sure is full of beautiful scenery.
Hello?
I love the fact that he always has to do the voice acting, with the words in parentheses. It's like, Phil, don't fucking do that. It's just him thinking to himself. We don't want to hear fucking Ichiban's voice and the sound of you. I get it, you want to say this game's your life story, but don't put yourself in Ichiban's shoes.
Yamaoka-san, is that you?
Huh?
I'm from Mismatch. Chiaki.
Oh, no.
Huh? Mismatch? Chiaki?
Yes, the dating app. Yamaoka-san? You're not him.
Nope.
No. Sorry?
Huh.
What's the point of a dating app if you
It's
don't know what the
just-
person looks like?
You've got...
But then again, though, Phil, there are some people out there that don't know what they look like, but they've heard their voices over the phone. But then again, that's not why a lot of people use dating apps. I mean, look at Tinder, for God's sakes.
scruffy hair and a beard, and you're at the right spot.
Excuse me. Are you...
Oh, You must be Yamaoka-san. I'm so
Oh
sorry.
God, you look
I
like
have the
shit.
wrong
I want this
person.
other guy.
Well, then again, they would take either Ichiban or that guy over you any fucking day.
Glad you both made it.
Nice to meet you, Yamaoka-san. If I may say, you're taller than I thought.
Chiaki-san, pleasure's mine. You're even cuter than your pictures.
Aw, that's sweet of you. So, let's
That's
head
incredibly
somewhere?
creepy. You're not allowed to compliment a woman
Sure.
without her permission. Didn't you know? I'm
really
actually
are
going
my
to cancel
type
you
from
on
the looks
social
of
media
it.
and call the police.
Mismatch doesn't.
What was the point of that little outburst? The guy said a compliment. Say, hey, you look cute in your picture. What's wrong with this? Why did you make that little outburst? Are you trying to be funny, Phil? Are you trying to be political or topical in today's times? I'm sorry, Phil. You're way behind the fucking times and you're not funny. I didn't fucking laugh.
Doesn't miss.
Right? Mismatch is like your
And he had to look at his chat. It's like, hey, did I say something funny, guys? Look at this chat. No one's laughing. Oh, okay.
very own Cupid.
Mismatch. Tuh.
Yeah, mismatch. You get it? Because mismatch, matchmaker, or it's another way to say mismatch. Taha.
Sounds kind of interesting. Mismatch, huh? Who is she?
Oh my God.
Why, hello there.
Oh my God.
Etiquette tip?
Phil, a lot of people had that fucking reaction when they saw your wife when you reintroduced her on your stream. So yeah, don't say, oh God, because we already said that plenty.
Whoa. Isn't it a very nice way to greet a lady?
Sorry about that. Are you Mismatch?
Call me Machiko, the legendary Hawaiian fortune teller. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Why was that funny, Phil? Why is her introducing her name and saying that she's a fortune teller funny? Like, I never understand why Phil has to do this, like, these little outbursts where he just says something that's completely fucking stupid, or he just says, goes, like, like, fake little laugh of his. I just don't understand it.
Name's what sold it. I'm Mismatch, the matchmaker. Branding is everything.
But the name is Mismatch, implying that the matches are all mismatches and won't work.
I mean, for God's sakes, Phil, a lot of people in this world, they look like they don't belong with each other. But opposites attract, though. But I don't seem to understand why you were going to say mismatch. Is that how you really met Kat? Instead of sliding in her DMs, asking her about OBS, you actually met her on fucking Tinder. I mean, if that's the fucking case.
Oh,
Wow.
Of course, you can always take the initiative and message whoever you like. It's just a way to mingle.
Now, if they really wanted to go all the way with this, what they should let you do is actually put in whatever criteria you want. So you should be able to put in like, oh, I only date women that are like 7 feet tall and like roided. And then actually the game puts you on a date with a 7 foot tall roided woman. Or like, oh, I only like pygmy women.
Wait, why did you mention the whole thing about 7 foot tall and muscular? I mean, granted, there are muscular women out there, Phil. But, Phil, are you really just giving away what you're really into? Big muscular people, and it doesn't have to be women? And pygmy? I'm sorry. Is it because that people call you pig roach? Is that the reason why you threw that in there? Are you trying to like become self-aware for just a little bit?
And you end up dating like a 3 foot tall woman. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be crazy. If they let you do that, that would be funny. But I doubt they're going to do that. It's probably just pre-scripted stuff.
No, Phil, that would not be fucking funny, though. But then again, this is the Yakuza series, after all, where the side content doesn't really take itself way too seriously, unlike its main story. But you're looking at this going, what if you could date a midget and a big, tall Amazon woman that you'll get death by snoo-snoo? Ack, insert applause, insert laugh tracks here. Oh, right, I got this instead.
I think I see. So you contact people you're interested in, and then what happens?
I only you know, green people, and you actually like a Martian lands, and you go out with them. That would be
Talk to one
funny.
another.
Phil, quit pausing the goddamn game and just actually play it. But no, you had to throw in that little joke again, because, oh, god fucking damn, do I have to put this in again? Oh god, I accidentally pressed the button too much. I couldn't take it. Help me.
See if there's any chemistry. If so, then you meet in person. Some couples end up married before long. Some kids are only in it for you know what. Takes all kinds.
You know what?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
did that get you
Oh,
interested?
oh.
No, not like that.
Man, why you gotta treat Ichiban like that, Phil? God damn it. People like Ichiban as a character, and you're just taking him going, oh, you're gonna make him look like a clown, huh? Phil, you're not funny. Like, we get it. That's the way that you acted when it comes to fictional women. Trying to grab at their nipples like in Metal Gear Solid 3 or making all the sex jokes. Stop trying to pretend that you're like, oh, I'm trying to be funny. Oh, you know what? Why can't you just say sex?
Anyway, your app sounds really useful.
Say, what about you? Did you try it out?
What? Me?
Sure. You seem romantically illiterate, and your eyes went wide at the thought of you-know-what.
Gee, thanks.
A perfect candidate.
Phil, they're talking to the character, not you. Fuck off.
Hey, come off it, lady. You know what's not what I'm in it for. Besides, I got my heart set on someone special.
Man, the way that Phil is just playing the game and he just looks so incredibly bored, now he's getting to the point where he's fidgeting with his own fingers. Like, Phil, does the thought of a dating app make you uncomfortable? Because that's what's really looking like right now.
No way I can start fooling around on her.
Oh, there it is. The telltale words of the adult virgin. Utterly textbook. That's a mindset that repels women, you know. I suppose this special someone has yet to reciprocate their attention.
Huh? How did you know that? Did you know my fortune?
Blackmage C-Type says, Ichiban gonna get Granny's goodie bags. If anything, the biggest letdown of Final Fantasy 16 last year is that it did not have any reference that I could make a Granny's goodie bags joke.
Why did you bring up Final Fantasy 16 out of all fucking things? Like, for God's sakes, like, that person that said that made a joke about it. Granted, not very funny, though. But at the same time, you're looking at this like, oh, I wish I could make that joke in Final Fantasy 16. You know, that one game I fucking hated.
Wow, did they drop the ball on that one.
Why? They were trying to tell a mature story. Just say, oh yeah, I'm gonna go grab that Granny's goodie bags. Oh, ha 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 ha.
That's funny.
I wish I could stop playing that, but honestly, the way that Phil is just telling this, it's just not funny.
You're hopeless is what you are. Say you're right, and pure love is what you can offer. How's that worked out?
This is taking too fucking long.
I'm sorry, I thought you liked RPGs, Phil. RPGs has story-driven stuff in it. Granted, this is a side mission, but at the same time, it has a lot of dialogue in it, Phil. I thought you liked this type of shit.
We get past this? It's taking
Not
forever,
that
man.
well,
I want to play the game.
There you have it. I may not be
A 15-minute
psychic,
cutscene for
but
this
your
shit.
future-
Phil, I love RPGs. Burnell hates RPG elements.
You'll dry up, old and alone, never getting the
I'm gonna
girl
take
who's
that
sown
fucking
with
heart-shaped toupee off her head and
Careful,
shove it up her old
by
wrinkly
the
ass if she doesn't fucking finish talking in a second.
No!
Jesus Christ, you're taking the regressions out on an old fictional character. I mean, for God's sakes, Phil, if you want action, just go play Tekken 8.
But I'd be talking to other women, wouldn't I? Isn't that like cheating on her?
Is your brain even functioning? You can't cheat on her if you're not dating in the first place. Honestly, you're like a little boy in a middle-aged body. You haven't got the prerequisites to cheat.
Oh, I'm just getting depressed now.
Polish yourself up into a proper man. Just
Phil, why are you looking kind of nervous there when the thought of cheating happened? Or just the word cheating happened? Are you trying to say that your whole marriage was just based on someone cheating on someone to get with you? I mean, if that's the case, then by all means, do tell.
think of it as readying yourself for the one you truly
Oh
love.
my god. Can I go to sleep?
You really
Come back when
think
it's
so?
over? It's taking forever,
Honestly,
man.
try it out for yourself.
Wow, it just like comes to show that he really wanted to play this game. He gassed it up saying that this was going to be one of the best playthroughs of January going onward. But now he's just sitting there going, I hate this. I'm bored. Can I go to sleep now? Oh, trust me, Phil. A lot of people tend to use you as a cure for insomnia in the first place.
Great. Come with me. We'll step into my
Oh my
office.
god, we're still doing this? It's not over? I've roped myself into this shitty quest and I'm stuck doing it? Oh my god.
How is this a shitty quest, Phil? Just play the fucking game. It's actually not bad.
How long is this? This is your office. Is this just a cafe?
Hey, look, Phil, you can actually skip it. It's not voice acting. Why don't you just, skip, just like you do with videos on DSP Reacts?
No more back talk. If I say it's my office, it is, then we don't want a man poking holes in every little detail.
Jesus Christ, now you get into the point where you're just talking about this really fucking fast and you're hoping that this can be done really quick and go fuck yourself.
Dude, this is so bad. Ready to begin. Sure.
How is it bad, Phil? How is it that you just went into a side mission and you think it's bad already? Then again, you're the type of guy that claims to love this series.
Alright, let's fucking finish it. Let's get through this. Starts here, cast your net into the fish pond of romance and see what you get. Yeah.
I get it, Phil. You're very nervous trying to put in fake information on a fake dating app. I mean, for God's sakes, if you ever put yourself in a dating app, oh yeah, you're going to be rejected so fucking much. I mean, I think you already have. I think you just settle for cat for as a rebound.
Yes, the goal of the dating app is to find romance by chatting. Yeah. Okay.
Skips tutorial.
So, change your icon.
You can change your icon here.
Yeah. Okay, how do I change it?
Phil, you just were reading through the tutorial and you skipped it. How in the fuck are you gonna say, how do I do this after skipping the fucking tutorial? Holy shit.
Oh, I can't. You need points to change it? Photo unavailable. So I can't do anything to change it. I have no points.
Well, no shit, Phil. You're just starting.
Oh, you have to buy the points? What?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Something about microtransactions. Oh, no.
You have to spend the money on this dumb shit? What the fuck?
I mean, Phil, keep in mind, this is fictional money, but even though you pay for microtransactions and WWE champions, this shouldn't be brand new to you, or shouldn't be so surprising.
Here's a record of the women you've met so far.
I actually am forced to spend money. Yeah.
Too shabby.
Well, then again, Phil, you forced yourself to spend money on WWE champions. Every single time there's a new event going around, you have to spend the money of the dents.
Does it let me do it for
It's
free?
a match.
I think it did.
Phil, imagine this is Tinder. This is just a fucking parody of Tinder. Do you understand what that is, Phil? Or are you so out of touch with reality and society to figure out anything, or not even know about anything? Or you're just plain dumb for a reason.
Condo. So yeah.
Wait! Huh? How'd you pronounce that name?
Condo.
Condo? There's no D in Cono! It's Cono! How'd you get condo out of there? Are you thinking about that condo in Connecticut, Phil? Are you?
Someone who's so dumb you don't know how to take a picture of their head.
Well, Phil, you gotta keep in mind, when it comes to the dating apps, they always will have a picture of their body, because that's what people are attracted to, not the face. Unless they're butterface. Then again, you don't really know for sure. Why am I talking about this?
She has no idea how to take a picture of the head. Okay.
But then again, you take full face shots of yourself, and they look fucking awful. It's like a ghoul.
So there's a match
Time
meter.
to turn on the chart.
Look at this. Okay. Poke, it's Kano high. Our match
Looks
rating
like that
is
did
good.
the trick.
Wow. Can you stand the excitement?
I mean, Phil, you never converse with anybody outside this unless it's your fucking dents on Discord or your wife. You never have any interactions with anyone outside, and you think that this is boring. The guy that says he's an interactive streamer doesn't like interacting with anybody.
Look at talking to people. I hope that's not a problem. It usually is. She's introverted. Maybe I should get her out of her shell. Okay. Yeah.
I need to choose a good response.
Here, talking sucks most of the time anyway. Good, let's stop talking now.
What's wrong with this one?
Jesus fucking Christ! Why are you mad over fictional women? Why are you mad about romance? What is wrong with you?
I say.
Wait, what happened?
Now you gotta play a rhythm, or not a rhythm game, but a game with like YX, BAA, YY, BXY. You just have to import those commands. It's like a quick time event.
What's going on?
Crap.
What? I don't know what the fuck just happened. It's a
Yeah, that's exactly how you would type, Phil, after drinking a bunch of gin. Again, you're trying to be funny about it, Phil, but it's not funny. Stop trying to pretend that you're a comedian.
What was I supposed to do there? Right? I don't know what I was supposed to do there.
I mean, it's quite fucking obvious, Phil. You see a bunch of buttons on the screen, you have to tap them. I mean, how hard is it to press or mash buttons?
So what did you say my job was again? I said it was hero.
I need to choose a good response.
A hero, A.
Let's go with this.
Why isn't then for the other ones, you want to be like, okay, I want to do this, and now you're like, oh, stop talking. But then again, Phil, why don't you stop talking?
What do I say?
What am I doing? A. What the fuck? How do you do this?
X, Y, A, Y, B, X, A, Y, A, A. Phil, how is it that I'm looking at this knowing what the fuck to do and you don't?
What?
I think I
Huh?
messed up.
I picked here. What do you do? I don't understand what you're supposed to do.
Phil, you skipped a tutorial. This is entirely on you. It is not the game's fault.
Huh?
Oh, I'm screwed.
I have no idea how you do this.
Phil, how did you get Kat? Did you talk to her like this and she's like, ah, ha ha ha, that's very funny? No, she probably would think you're an idiot. But then again, how you did, you just slid on the DMs going, help me, I have no girlfriend, I need a new maid, please help.
Okay, I'm getting bored. No, stop typing. This isn't for me. I'm going. She disconnected. I don't even understand how to do it.
Huh, maybe the art is imitating life. Every single time he tries to talk to YouTube support, they disconnect on him.
I had no clue what was going on.
Forever alone.
Poor Ichiban, you can't find love because you're being played by a 41-year-old man-child who doesn't know anything about video games. What do you gotta do this to Ichiban, man?
Oh, it was a... I'm being told it was a... Hold on. I'm being told that was a quick time event.
Phil, you could have read the tutorial to figure that out instead of having chat telling you it's a quick time event. Are you this fucking dense, old man?
Like, I guess as the meter was moving, I was supposed to push the buttons like like a fast quick time. I didn't know that.
Phil, you saw the buttons, you saw the timer, it's a quick time event. You would have known if it was that if you would have read the goddamn tutorial.
It didn't say that. I picked the right, like it tested, what did you say your job was? Hero, right?
Yeah, you pressed it. You had the quote-unquote right response. But the problem is that you misread the tutorial or just planned out skip it just because you don't like reading.
Okay, now all of a sudden there's a bunch of buttons and a meter. How the fuck was I supposed to know that was a quick time event?
It's not that hard to figure out, Phil. You see a button, you press it, it's a quick time event. It's not hard. Multiple buttons in a row, quick time event. It's not that hard. For fuck's sakes.
I was incredibly stupid. What do you mean I skipped the tutorial?
You did! You fucking did!
How did I skip the tutorial? It went right into it.
Yeah, you went straight into it because you're like, I'm bored. I don't like this. Skip, skip, skip. How the fuck was I supposed to know? God damn it, Phil. Why are you this stupid?
I don't even know what you're talking about. It didn't.
They saw you skip the tutorial, Phil. Don't go there sitting there like an idiot going, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't skip it.
Show anything.
Promising.
What?
Oh, I get it. It's not enough just to be sincere. You gotta make sure the person actually understands you. That you're
This is such a
reaching
waste of
them.
time.
Why are you playing it then, Phil?
Can we play the game?
Phil, you are playing the game. You just don't like it.
Cards on the table. I had planned on charging you a premium fee to sign up, but you changed my mind. I'm interested in where your journey takes you. I'll waive the price of registration.
Oh, seriously?
Yes. Your user data will be worth more than that anyway.
I agree.
Plus,
This is
you
dragging
don't
on
look like
forever.
you're
We
good
do this
for
for
the
like
money.
25 minutes. Like, fuck, man.
Are you and your dents that romantically inept? Is that the reason why you don't like any of this? Because it's romance and that you told your audience that romance sucks? Yet meanwhile, people on the outside looking at are looking at you going, what do you have a problem against romance or against anything when it comes to that type of genre or just romance in general? And yet this game is giving you something to do, you know, side content, you know, because you like to do everything in the game.
Appreciate it.
Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean the whole thing's free. The app runs on microtransactions. The more you pay, the easier it is to find new matches. Generally, the most attractive users do just fine. But everybody else has to pony up. And I can't cover you that much.
I love the fact that as soon as the word microtransactions just was slipped out of Mismatch's mouth, he's looking very uncomfortable because that's what he's guilty of doing. Paying a lot of fucking money for microtransactions on WWE champions.
Hold on. You gotta spend to find more matches? What kind of scam's that?
Boy.
Again, this is a parody of Tinder, and Phil's like, "Duh." He had that nervous little goat laugh because he's guilty of doing microtransactions.
Boy, that's your virginity talking again. Only idealistic children.
Oh, now he's picking at his face and going straight for the ear. Yeah, he's very nervous about the talk of microtransactions.
Mistake business for volunteer work. Keeping an app updated isn't free. Somebody has to pay the light bulb man. Free to install doesn't mean free to enjoy. Young folks today want the whole kit and caboodle without giving one red cent. And the internet reviews? It's a showboat of entitlement. People put no money in, then start screaming, "Dead app," and demand.
All right, I can't take it anymore. I really can't fucking take it anymore. I'm not gonna sit here and waste another hour on this. I'm so bored. I'm playing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought you liked this game, Phil. I thought you were hyping up saying it's going to be one of your best games to play come January. You kept saying that over and over and over, and now you're playing the game and you're like, wow, I don't like this.
Playing a game I like and I can't fucking pay attention because it's so boring.
Oh, that made no sense, Phil. How can you enjoy a game that you like when you're bored? That just makes zero fucking sense. It's like saying that you enjoy tacos, but you hate Mexican food. All this just makes no fucking sense!
Shut the fuck up. All right.
Oh yeah, Phil, definitely. You need to shut the fuck up right now!
All right. Shut up. Fuck. You drive me nuts, man. Boy, the pacing of the game is so off.
No, there is no such thing as bad pacing in this game. This game actually has a good pacing when it comes to a story. If you're doing side content, it differentiates and deviates from the pacing of the main story because it's just giving you variety, and you don't like variety, yet you proclaim yourself to be a variety streamer. It's like, goddamn, the density is just coming out of Phil.
Handle anything.
Was the first time to explore open world Hawaii immediately throw you into the most boring fucking shit for another 25 minutes?
Phil, you threw yourself in that because side content like the sub stories, they're entirely fucking optional.
The pacing is terrible. Whoever directed the game needs fucking lessons in game direction. Jesus fuck, man.
Even though they don't need directions in game development or just story progression, they already did just fine with it. I mean, this game is getting rave reviews. So Phil really had fun with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and he wants to keep making it a day stream. Right?
Alright guys, that is it for today. Over 3.5 hours of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I'm happy we're finally in Hawaii. We're doing fun, interesting quests. We're fighting new enemies. We got new abilities. It's good. We finally got to it. You know, it took a while, seriously, but we got there, and I'm having a good time. I hope that you guys are too. And we'll be playing this again later in the week on a late night stream. Actually, to end my week. And I hope that you will come back and join me for that. If you're here live Wednesday night, if you're here on demand, you know, more videos coming later this week, okay? All right, everyone, thank you so very much. I'll see you next time for more Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Good stuff. Okay. So, guys, that is it for the stream, obviously. Tonight, it is Pal World. All right? So, I hope you will join me for Pal World tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time for chill fun. Tomorrow, it's Tekken 8 all day long, trying out a new character. And then Wednesday, it's Baldur's Gate 3 on the first stream and more of this on the late stream. Now, I already spoke to this earlier today. Sadly, you guys saw what just happened. That stream, no lie, was one of the least supported streams I've done in ages. The 50 bucks tips you see down there, we got on the podcast.
Now, the only reason why I let this play for a long time, I want you to hear how fake Phil is when he's recording videos for YouTube. How he's like, I'm having fun with this, guys. This is a great playthrough. I did so well in this game. I'll see you in the next part. And then he'll, like, slowly transition into the real Phil where he's not happy with how it turned out. He'll go on with his schedule, and it sounds like he's enthused, and it just goes down, 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 and then he hates his life. Flatline.
So it seems like whenever I play this game, for some reason, there's no support for it.
Well, Phil, the reason why there's no support for it is because you're not doing anything engaging to your audience. You're not doing anything to entertain them. So they're not going to give you the support that you want. Do you not understand that in order to actually be a good streamer and to actually get the support from your audience, you have to be entertaining and actually, I wouldn't say relate to your audience, please don't, but I would just say, like, try and find ways to reach with them, be more interactive. But you think interaction involves super chats, tips, memberships, and all the sites that just really gives you money. That's it.
So I hate to say it, I wanted to play this game as a major game and make progress. I can't. I have to play games on the first stream that people are going to support, so it looks like this is going to be a night stream moving forward.
Oh, boo fucking who. A lot of people actually want you to do this as a night stream because you don't have fun with it during the day stream. And you did that with, like, Sea of Stars, though. But you got rid of that game because of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. So, which is it? Are you just going to transition to other RPGs? Or are you just going to stick to this one because, oh my god, it's a brand new hot release, give me money?
You know, what can I do? I have to, again, other games, when I play them, people are showing up and supporting. Tekken, yes. Baldur's Gate 3, yes.
The only reason why for Tekken 8 is because you get salty, and people like seeing you get salty, and they throw money at you. And the reason why they like Baldur's Gate 3 and give you money is because you yell at your audience, giving them an ultimatum saying, if you don't give me money, you don't hold my hand, I'll say the game sucks, and you gotta live with that.
Game? No. This is the third stream the same thing's happened. So...
Well, then again, though, Phil, what if they don't like a Dragon? I mean, you could just think of it like that and just play the game anyway. Don't even worry about support. Don't worry about the money. Just play the game because you like it. I thought you had a passion for this. I thought you love RPGs. I thought you loved this series. And it's just clear as day that you only love it when people give you the moolah, the dinero, the chicken, the paper, giving you that bank, them bands. Money.
It looks like it's just going to have to be night streams, okay? So the next stream for this is Wednesday night, by the way. All right?
Yeah, it's going to be Wednesday night, the last day of your consecutive week, but it won't be the last day of January. I was about to say but it won't be the last stream of January. No, it'll be the first one, and it's not going to start off well.
All right, I hope to see you all tonight for Pal World. That's going to be fun. It's always chill fun when we play it.
No, it really isn't, though. I don't want to see you play Pal World, pal.
And I thank you all. Good stuff, and I will see you tonight for Pal World. Okay, guys? All right, bye-bye. See you.
Yeah, bye-bye. I'm done. It seems like Phil's hate boner towards YouTube is just getting ever so stronger, even though you cannot see it. The only thing that I've seen more and more out of it is that how the fake memberships are ruining his channels, and that Apple decided to block a video because it had copyrighted material in it, and Phil wants to bring up the old fair use argument, even though he used that against detractors for many fucking years. But the whole thing is just completely dumb, and I just don't understand why he is so adamant to, like, biting the hand that feeds him. He can just go over to another site, and yet he could become someone else's problem, and then he gets kicked off of that. He'll just go straight back to YouTube, trying to make money and beg and beg and beg. And the whole thing with the side content in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, it's like, Phil, do you not understand that Yakuza side content is not meant to be taken seriously? It's supposed to be like a goofy thing to, like, enjoy, giving the player more variety. Now, of course not. For a guy that proclaims to be a big fan of the series, doesn't like the side content, he just wants to laugh at a serious moment, like a character dying. Tahas and all. But with that said and done, I'm going to end it off with the Phil prayer. Deliver us from the dents, deliver us from the pay pigs, deliver us from the pignosis. May we never come dented. May we never come a beggar like Darkside Phil, just for the love of God. Just have fun with any game that you play. Doesn't matter if it's an RPG, lengthy or not. Doesn't matter if it's a fighting game, a shooter. As long as you're having fun with it, just know that you're doing a lot better than Phil is. Everyone have a good rest of y'all's day, rest of y'all's night. Keep it really beautiful, people. I'll see you in the next video.